got fired from GameStop. The district manager at the time told me I was stupid.
Today's guest has 2 million followers, has boxed on the Misfits Circus, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, earned over 15 years of training.
After I got fired, like the next month, I ended up making like $25,000 from YouTube. I guess I'm not that stupid now.
PJ Brittan, known of course for Overtflow, the FaZe Clan member, a Forbes 30 under 30, and one of the Call of Duty original content creators who helped build gaming culture on TikTok.
Ever since then, I've been doing it full time. Now I'm 34 and I'm having twins. It's pretty cool. Let's dad!
You're about to become a dad. Not just a dad of twins. And tomorrow's literally, right? Tomorrow's when you find out what you're having, the sexes?
We've had the envelope like on our table for 3 weeks and we haven't looked at it because we were waiting for our friends and family to be here.
You really didn't look at it between me and you, and like obviously no one's listening, but
yeah, just between us.
You really didn't
between
look
us
at it?
dads. I did not look at it, but I did at one point kind of like hold it up towards the light and see if I could see any letters in there, you know? But my girlfriend did too, so it's kind of like we both did the same thing, but I didn't see anything. She didn't see anything. We're waiting on it. My cousin actually is like my best friend, and he just flew out here from Texas for the gender reveal that's supposed to be tomorrow. And then they literally yesterday called me and said, hey, it's way easier just to do it the 20th. Like so much stuff happening with WWE and all that. So we moved it, and now my cousin just got a free, you know, he's a little bit upset that he came out here. But he's got 4 days in
You'll
Vegas.
show him a good time.
It'll be fine.
I mean, come on.
We'll bring him back in 2 weeks.
Well, listen, PJ, thank you so much for hanging. I mean, listen, it's less than 2 weeks before, I mean, I could tell you myself, you know, one of the biggest things that ever happened to me having kids. So thanks for hanging out. So give me the 60-second version. The UFC gym, massage therapist, GameStop manager, you know, obviously ended your tenure at GameStop, and then you blow up making Call of Duty content. So how does one person, how do you get that resume?
You know what? I'm somebody who says like yes to a lot of things. I'm kind of ridiculous in that way. So I have so many, and I'm a big like people person, so I network a lot. I talk to a lot. Network is like a word that's kind of like cliche or whatever, but it's super true. Like it's true. Like I talk to everybody, and I'm from Vegas, so everybody comes here. So I've had opportunities at a lot of different things. I basically started with YouTube in 2000. I started uploading in 2007. I didn't really get consistent until 2010. But then I did Call of Duty for a while. I played a little bit in the professional category of Call of Duty as well, but mainly I was known for YouTube. And then blew up through the vlogs, got fired from GameStop, and that like, bro, I got fired from GameStop, and the district manager at the time told me that I was a great kid, but I was stupid, and they were gonna give me my own store. They fired me, but I was leaking games early. I was like opening up street dated packages and like making social posts about them, you know? But after I got fired, like the next month, I ended up making like $25,000 from YouTube. And I was like, wow, I guess I'm not that stupid now, huh? You know, so ever since then, I've been doing it full time. And I always make content for fun, but yeah, ever since then, I've been doing it full time. And like you said, I've done a bunch of things. Like I fought on the Jake Paul events. I fought on Misfits. It's just been crazy. I'm one of the owners of Happy Punch, which is a big combat sports company. We do all the like combat sports news. We just hit 1 million followers on Instagram very recently. And then I have a bunch of other companies that I'm working with and own small amounts of. And so my life's just really all over the place. And I always like to make time to do this because I really enjoy, if you can't tell, I'm Italian and I really enjoy talking. So it's always nice to do a podcast.
Of course. I appreciate you hanging. And this is, a different lens. I'm sure you're not hopping on dad podcasts all that much, typically at least.
Yeah, no, this is actually my first dad podcast where I've talked like more about it than I think I've mentioned it on a couple other podcasts, but has been like a focus.
Yeah, the hyper focus.
Yeah.
Well, check it out. 15 years, right, to get that black belt. I mean, I can't even imagine, right? You were 60, I'm reading here, out of 20,000 students at Gracie schools in Vegas. That's crazy. Crazy low completion rate. You fought on all the different cards that you said, but twins, right? So that's a different type of pressure. So do you feel ready? Is it the first time in your life where you think the discipline you built might not be enough?
Ooh, actually, you know what? I feel very ready. I'm from Vegas, so I'm used to a ridiculous schedule anyway. My little brother was born when I was 17. And so I basically, and his father lived out of state, and my mom was very busy. So I basically had a huge hand in raising him. So I've changed 1 million diapers already and like raised this kid since he was little. And also my sister had a baby very young. So I helped her as well. And so like, I have a big family. I'm Italian and Hispanic, so we have a lot of family. I've been around a lot of babies throughout my life, and now it's cool because I get to, like, that was so fun to me. Like, I love the whole family stuff, obviously, and now I get to do it with my own kids is like crazy. It's a crazy thought, actually. It's very fun. My girlfriend's 6 months right now, and it's like every day it's a little bit more like exciting.
The baby bump's pretty big at this point, right?
Oh yeah, she's because it's twins, so she's definitely. She made a joke yesterday. We went and we had like tacos and miches for Cinco de Mayo, and she's like walking back to the car, and she's like, my dad was trying to talk to her, and she's like, no, I have to go home and take a nap. She's like, I'm full of 8 tacos and 2 babies. I can't do it. I'm 11 months pregnant. Like, it is true because, I mean, I guess with the twins, I think that they say that you show like 20 weeks more than you are or something.
Jeez.
And so she's like, she's 5 months, 2 weeks. So she added that together, and she's just been saying that she's 11 months pregnant to everybody.
That's crazy.
All right.
So what is your daily routine right now? What does that look like? How much of it, are you mentally rebuilding for when the twins arrive?
I'm pretty privileged in the sense that like this to me is considered part of my work. So it'll be easy for me to like shift anything that I need to be able to spend a lot more time at home. For a long time, I was traveling a lot to a bunch of events, like literally probably flying. I was getting on a flight like every weekend for years, but it's really kind of calmed down here this last year. And both me and my girlfriend work from home, so I think it's going to be pretty easy for us to mold our schedules around the kids. And then also we have a lot of family here, so like my dad and my mom come over almost every day, and so we have a lot of help in that sense too. And I know with the twins, it's probably going to be cool because they probably soothe each other, but they also probably upset each other a lot. Like they'll probably. It'll be pros and cons. I'm sure there's going to be times where, one of them is super chill and then the other one upsets the other one, and they both get upset, and it's probably going to be
deal with it.
Yeah, we got to deal with it. And then if one's happy, probably one will be upset. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited. I'm fine with shifting my schedule, however, because I can do almost anything that I need to from here, and I live right on the Vegas Strip. So like if I do have something business related, it's very easy for me to pop downstairs for 30 minutes, get something done, and then come right back. That's cool. And then besides that, I train jiu-jitsu on a daily basis. But other than that, like there's no things that I really need to do and obviously I'm going to be home for the majority of the next 6 months to 18 years. So I'm sure it'll work out. It'll be good.
So listen, you're obviously, between the fighting and the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you're a super tough guy. But like, let's get into the emo, right? The emotions overflow. So take me back to the moment when you found out that you guys were pregnant and also that you were having twins. Where were you? How'd you find out? Take us back.
Okay, this is actually kind of a good story, I think. So I was actually set to fight on the Andrew Tate versus Chase Demore Misfits boxing event in Dubai. And about 2 weeks out from the fight, they canceled it for me. So they canceled my fight because Dylan Dennis got in an altercation at the UFC. He got his fight pulled because he was injured. And then after my fight, I was supposed to face off with him. And because he got pulled from the card, they pulled my fight as well because it was like 2 MMA matches within the overall boxing card. So it was like a mini MMA event within it. But because Dylan Dennis got pulled, they pulled my fight. So my girlfriend was like, I think that she was, felt a little bad for me. And, it was a significant paycheck and stuff, which would have been nice. But she's like, you know what? For Christmas, I know you're upset about your fight, but for Christmas, I'm going to take you to Germany. So she literally flies me to Germany for a month. We go out there from like December 1st until December 24th. So we go out there literally for most of the month. And out there, I don't know if you know, they have these Christmas markets, and they're like massive Christmas markets in Germany. It's very cool. Like, it's a huge, like we went to the biggest ones. They're huge, like thousands of people go. They have Krampus walking around. They do parades, Christmas parades and all that. And my girlfriend, she dresses up like an elf on the internet. It's kind of her gig. And so she dressed up like an elf. Actually, this is hilarious. She dressed up like a cute Christmas elf and was walking around, but everybody else was dressed as like scary Krampus. Like Krampus is like evil Santa Claus for anybody who doesn't know. Everybody's dressed like a scary Krampus demon thing. And everybody looked at my girlfriend. There was not one other person dressed like an elf, but all these other people dressed as these scary monsters. And everybody was like looking at my girlfriend like, what are you doing? It's Christmas. Why are you an elf? You should be a scary monster. And she's like, I feel so awkward. Like nobody is like in the Christmas spirit in the way that she thought. So, but anyways, we stayed out there. We had a lot of Glühwein, which is hot wine. Very good, actually. They have a lot of different flavors, and it keeps you warm because it's like freezing out there. And we had a lot of Glühwein and a lot of beer and a lot of bread. And then, obviously, we got a little bit rowdy out there in Germany. Came back literally the day after Christmas. She told me that she was pregnant. We were in here in the kitchen. And, you know, we're obviously super excited. We've been really good friends for like 5 years, and then we've been dating for the last 2.5 years. And it's been really good, obviously very exciting. And then when we set up the doctor's appointment and we went to the doctors, they were doing the first ultrasound, and the girl's like looking, and she's like looking, and she's like, and she puts it down, and she's like, I'm going to have to do a different ultrasound. And then she like looks at us and she goes, "Do twins run in your family?" And literally my girlfriend and me both look at each other like, "What?" And I do actually have 3 sets of twins in my family, but she doesn't have any twins in her family. But they are fraternal twins, so I don't know how much of that is like, she thinks that she dropped 2 eggs. I think that it's because I have so many sets of twins in my family. I don't know. I'm not sure, but we're excited.
So right now, do you want the boys? Do you want the girls? I mean, I'm a girl dad. I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. Is it just you want them healthy?
Well, we all want them healthy. That's a cop-out. Everybody is here for what I really want. And actually, you know what? I'm going to say this. While I do believe that having 2 boys, a small little army of men, is pretty cool, I will say that, of course, I want a girl at some point. And it would be great if we got them both right now, a boy and a girl. And what a cool set of twins. And then, you know, that would make my girlfriend very happy. It would make me happy. There's 1 boy for sure already. We already have that checked. But the other gender, we don't know. And it's just sitting in the envelope out there. I do actually hope it's a boy and a girl. But if it's 2 boys, then we might have to run it back, you know, and have another set of twins. And, you know, hopefully get, if we got a boy pair, maybe we'll get a girl pair the next time around. And apparently, if you have twins, you have like a 10% higher chance of having, or a 10x chance of having twins again or something. There's like
really going for the army over there in Vegas.
Yeah. We're gonna maybe we do twins, quintuplets. Just have 1 million of them.
Get ready for the zombie apocalypse.
No, honestly, I don't know. My girlfriend's so funny. She's like, you know, she was obviously miserable for the first trimester. She's like, I can never do this again. This is so ridiculous. This is terrible. But now that she's getting, like, she's in the stage where she just,
I got this.
Yeah, she's like, I got it. Okay.
Outside
and she's like,
tacos.
She's like, she's really accepted. She was really trying to be like skinny at first. I was like, you're pregnant, all right? Like, you're not going to be that skinny for right now. And she's like, all right, forget it, whatever. I'm ordering 3 cheesecakes today. Like, I don't care. I'm eating 8 tacos. I'm like, hey, you know, that's good. But she was really, you know, the first trimester was tough. And now that she's in an easier part of it, she's like, you know what? I could probably do this again, especially if I get twins again. Like, you know, pop out, you know, another set. But it really depends too. Like, if we get the boy and the girl, I think that's like a home run. And then if we get 2 boys, obviously at some point we're gonna want a girl. So I do hope for a boy and a girl. We'll see. Fingers crossed.
All right, we'll throw it out into the universe. So right now, picture yourself in 6 months. Right, you're holding 2 babies. So in your head, what's the first image that comes to your mind?
The first image of holding 2 babies, I want to hold them like this, safely, it's in the air, and like maybe shout from a rooftop, "These are my babies," or something. You know, I don't know what the image is. The image is exciting. I'm excited about it. I think that it's gonna be so fun.
The image might be you on the bed, passed out with them on you, like, oh my God, I haven't slept in months.
That's it. I would like to take an Instagram picture where I hold them both up like this, like Chipotle burritos. Hold them both up, you know, that would be good. I foresee us at Christmas time with the whole family and 2 little babies that are actually, I think that they're going to be, by Christmas, they'll be like around, it depends on when they come because twins come a little bit early, but they'll be like 4 months or so. And I think that that's old enough to kind of like, for them to start having, you know, like interactions. They're not gonna be so small like larvae. They're gonna be more like tiny people at that point. So I think it's cool. By Christmas, they're gonna be, you know, little tiny people, which is exciting.
So your audience, right? It's millions of young guys. So most of them don't see fatherhood models anywhere in their feed. So you're about to become the first dad. A lot of them actually watch in real time. So does that weight hit you?
You know what? It's pretty cool. And you know, I think that I have like over 3 million followers overall across my personal socials, and then I have like some other pages that have 1 million here, 1 million there, whatever. So there's like a large audience that has known or seen me. But actually, for the last probably 2 years, I haven't been creating daily content. I have been like, cameos on other people's stuff. Like I've been in a Logan Paul video, been in a Mr. Beast video, been on Kaisenet's stream. So there's a lot of people that know me, but I haven't really been creating my own personal content for kind of a couple years. But with the kids coming, me and my girlfriend have been talking about like, what should we do? Do we start doing like some family content? Because like you said, it kind of is, we have niche audiences where people don't get to see this. So it kind of would be cool if I started making some dad style content and people got to see, because literally my whole life is on YouTube. Like people see me from the time that I was in high school up until now when I'm having kids is like pretty cool, like timeline. And then also I'm sure that the dad brand deals are probably pretty cool, Get a nice family vlog brand deal for a house or something. We could.
Here I am, the dad brand deals. Right?
There we go. So no, I'm very excited. It's pretty cool. I think that that's it could be like a healthy dad role model for all these kids that watched me, playing games, playing Fortnite, Call of Duty, doing the boxing thing, and now I'm having kids. Is like, it's just insane to me. I guess it makes sense though, because my dad from the time I was born always was the dad with a video camera. So like. And you look out in the crowd at the soccer game, and my dad's one of the only guys like with a video camera. Like he always had it. And he had just so much footage of like our whole family from even before I was born. He has so many videos of that, and I think that I was really comfortable with the idea that like I'm being recorded, right, for the longest time, and that's what got me kind of so comfortable doing YouTube. And it's kind of insane to me that I have literally videos of me from the time I was like 15 until now I'm 34 and I'm having twins. What a crazy timeline that you could just like go through and check out any, like, what was he like when he was 19? What was he like when he was 25? What was he like? Cool. It's pretty cool.
It was a really cool transition. You brought up your dad. Actually, the question for you, I was curious myself. What did your dad give you and pass along to you that you want to pass along to the twins? And is there something, without dropping the dime, is something maybe you do a little different?
My dad is like the best guy of all time, actually.
He's Italian or he's the Spanish?
He's Italian. He's Italian. He's literally like the best guy of all time. I think that for me, the biggest thing that I get from my dad would just be like a general love for people. Like he's such a big people person, and it translated to me very well, I think. And so much of my life and of my career and just my general sense of joy comes from like just having a love for people. My dad's like the type of guy that will go anywhere with anybody, and by the end of it, like they're all like, this guy's my best friend. Like he's great. Like we're having a great time, and he really does right by other people, and he's got a love for other people, and I think that that's very like good. And so that to me is probably the most important quality to have. My dad's like my best friend. We train jiu-jitsu every day together still. He's 63 years old. He's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. He trains every day. It's pretty cool. And he comes over like every day, so I see him all the time. He lives 10 minutes away from me, which is kind of far. He needs to probably move closer, He used to be my next door neighbor. And then I moved here, and he moved to Summerlin, so he's about 12 minutes away from me or something. I'm like trying to convince him to move back over here to the strip so that he could just like come next door. Take these babies off my hands, give us a break for a little bit here and there.
Yeah, well, that's cool, man. Thank you for the personal share. I appreciate it. So, all right, so here we go. The Flex Fire segment, quick questions, real answers, tip of the tongue. So what's one Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu principle that you're going to apply as a dad? It's not the Kimura.
It's not the Kimura, no. That's my favorite move of all time. But I think just a general persistence to do better, right? Consistency, showing up. I think that's the main thing that I should be applying is consistently trying to get better at doing the dad thing.
Finish this sentence. Legacy is
important.
Twins, zone defense or man-to-man?
I don't even know what that means.
Football, bro. Football.
I don't watch any. Brother, I'm a professional video game player.
Right. So, like, you think you each will divide and conquer and take a kid, or you're both just going to do kind of all in one?
Ooh. I mean, I think that it's going to be probably both. I believe that at times we're going to have to divide and conquer, because if we got one sleepy one and one crazy one right now, we're going to have to divide them up for a bit. So you know,
Man to
whatever
man,
whatever the situation needs, what we'll do.
That's cool. What's the first game you're putting a controller in their hands for?
Ooh, I would like to get them into some classics. Maybe I get them a little nice Super Mario Nintendo 64. You know, throw it back with a retro game. Give them one of those.
So you and Hollow Point, who's going to be the better uncle versus the better dad?
Oh my gosh, I haven't
We're
talked
going
to
there,
Hollow
bro. We're
forever.
going there.
That's so funny. So we had this running joke for a long time that we were brothers. We're not at all. We just used to make YouTube videos together. That's hilarious, bro. I totally forgot. That's in like one of my, is that in my famous birthdays or something? That's hilarious. Honestly, he doesn't visit the family enough. I haven't talked to him in years. He's absolutely ridiculous. Also, not a blood relative. Simply a meme created by 2016 internet culture. But I do have love for him, and I think that he'll do fine.
So if your twins could pick your walkout song for your next fight, what are they choosing?
Like, I would like them to choose an Elvis song, something Elvis related. Maybe Viva Las Vegas, since we're here.
There. All right, man. So PJ, I want to be real with you. I've done this twice with the girls, right? First, Daniela, she's my oldest. I kind of winged it. Gabriella, my second. Different dad, obviously a little bit more prepared. And the only difference was naturally that, second go around, I was certainly more prepared. So you're sitting here right now. You're going to find out soon what you're having. Obviously, you said one's already a boy, maybe you'll be blessed with a girl. And a few months, your entire life changes. So the fact that you're here on a Fatherhood podcast, think about this preparing, it tells me everything, especially after talking to you about the dad you're going to be. I'm super excited to follow your journey, even myself. I really appreciate your time. So we close every episode with the Daring Creed, like I said, and then you, our soon-to-be newest dadder, you take us out. So here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm a dadder. I don't chase perfect, I chase presence. I lead quiet and confident. I build my family, my foundation, and my legacy. I take reps in patience, discipline, and love. I break old patterns, not promises. Legacy isn't someday, it's today. PJ, Overtflow, take us out.
Let's dad!
Boom, let's do it. Perfect. Again, thank you so much for your time. It's the biggest commodity, and I appreciate getting to know you a little bit here. And thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Until next time, we'll see you then.